Alright, so I'm waiting for a couple to show up for an engagement session. And it's a local trail, actually close to downtown. The sun is setting over there. Trail starts there. I've been here many times, many times doing weddings and families and engagement shoots. So I'm scoping it out, and let me just show you what I got. Alright, so we're at the road. That's east, west. Got my Godox BM 600 BM with a beauty dish. Camera bags right there, and we're gonna get them right in down in there for one shot, and then let me show you what I was thinking. I was walking around earlier. So the trail goes that way, but there's an area right over here. It's kind of, it's not really. See that? Parking lot's right there. So we have some open sky coming in through. And what I like about this area, if I were to shoot from over there, shooting this way, look at that light. Haha. So we get a little bit of backlighting, but we get some mostly light filtering through the sky. But we do have some, the sun is coming through over there. So that might add a nice little sparkle. And let me show you. Let me show you. There's a lot of wild grass and plants, and my first thought is snakes, but snakes don't scare me unless I'm in Costa Rica. So right there. All right, we'll wait for them to show up. We still got 10 more minutes, so I'll talk some more. All right, let me show you a little bit of the trail. See, remember I put my camera bag on the other side of that guardrail? I'm afraid I'm gonna get too far away and somebody's going to come walking down the trail and they're going to see my bag and they're going to run with it. Keep your eye on your equipment. This is cool. Check this out. We got the sun coming in. This is going to make a nice setting. Yeah, look at that. Sweet! We're going to bring them in over there. Possibly in and amongst these plants. What I like about this trail is the mixture of trees, the types of trees, the plants. You know, it's not just all like birch trees or poplar trees or something boring like that. This is really cool. Right here, we're gonna do a nice scenic shot in there. So this is a couple. I've known her since she was about 11 years old. Actually, since she was a baby, really. Her mom and dad used to own one of the biggest ad agencies in town, which they started around 1990-91, and I used to do work for them all the time. And I remember when she was born, she was just a baby. Now she's about 28, 29 years old. She's getting married. Tina, my wife, is doing the wedding officiating, and I'm doing the photography. So they're getting married next year. It's a 10 in the morning wedding, so very unusual. Well, not that unusual, because I got married at 10 in the morning with my wife, of course with my wife. But she didn't want a big wedding, but she's renting one of the nicest halls in town. So they're throwing some money at it. I think there's going to be about 40, 50 people invited. Earlier in the day wedding, they'll be done mid-afternoon or something like that. This hall that they've booked, they got some of the best food and highest quality, which is reflected in the price. So anyways, yeah, so I'm kind of excited because I've known her since she was a baby. I know her mom really well. Her mom and her dad divorced years ago, and her mom remarried another guy who I know coincidentally. to somebody I know. Small town, you know, and we socialize with them on a regular basis. So it's kind of exciting when you're photographing and officiating somebody's wedding that you've known since they were a baby. You know their family history and you're friends with the parents. And so I'm looking forward to it. So it's exciting. It's been a very busy year with pop-up weddings. I've talked to a lot of you guys about our adventures into pop-up weddings. pinkdoorweddings.com is our website for that. So I coincidentally, it ties in really well with COVID. We didn't know that at the time because we didn't know COVID was coming. And because we started pop-up weddings about a year, probably a year and a bit before COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, all of a sudden, well, first of all, there was no weddings, and then all the weddings were limited in size. So all the big weddings we had booked, I mean, some of them just got screwed over. We gave them any money back if they didn't want to continue. Some of them were just like, you know what, we're not going to worry about it. And we just give them their money back, no questions asked. Some of the vendors would not give them their money back, and I felt that was unfair, but whatever. I felt bad for a lot of couples who are struggling to have their wedding, but some of the couples had a big wedding, they postponed it, still wanted a big wedding, couldn't do it, had a small wedding. So pop-up weddings, at least for a while, are going to be a very COVID-friendly situation. So anyways, I'm waiting for them to show up, and there's people on the trail. We will talk to you guys in a while. See, here's the kind of people that grab your equipment and run. I could never catch up to these girls.
Oh, people tend to reproduce their life.
So, anyways, this trail system is really nice. It goes all the way to the very west end, and it goes smack down. Like Sudbury, the way Sudbury's laid out, it's not a flat grid style city. It's all like, because there's mountains all over, and you know, it's in batches, so it's spread out. There's a lot of distance. So we're towards the west end of town, and this trail system is called the Rainbow Routes. Goes all the way to the very east end of our city, and it's maintained by a group of volunteers. They're very organized, and I know the whole system. So I've been on every single mile, every single kilometer. So, all right, seriously, I'm going this time. We'll talk to you in a bit.